I think the coaching is going to be the edge. I think Paul Maurice is head and shoulders above Chris Knobloch. Head and shoulders. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying Knobloch's a bad coach. He's not. But he is blessed with an all-star lineup. He really, really is.
I mean, my mom could slot in there and coach a good power play.
I agree. You look at the coaches they've had, and they've had a lot of success. I think Paul Maurice is an absolute mastermind when it comes to not only the team that he has, but the way he coaches them, the way he deals with them, the way he speaks about them, the way he speaks to them. Mm-hmm. I think that is the X factor that is not being spoken about enough.
What do you think about that quote? We're the type of team, sometimes we say a prayer, sometimes we drink a beer. That's our type of team.
Mic drop. It's an absolute mic drop. And that goes to show that Paul Maurice isn't my way or the highway. He rides the vibe. Mm-hmm. He absolutely rides the vibe. And guys look at him and go, I'll play for that guy. Every guy in that Panthers locker room goes, I'll play for that guy. Most of the guys in the Edmonton Oilers locker room are playing for Connor McDavid.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
I feel like he's the one that dictates what the team does or doesn't do. The coach and the GM are completely irrelevant. It's what McDavid and probably to a degree what Draisaitl want to do.
Well, look at it this way. You've got, outside of Paul Maurice being the coach, who do you think the de facto leader is on that team, on the Florida Panthers?
Oof. I feel like they're like a unit.
Exactly.
Marchand, Tkachuk, Bobrovsky, Reinhart,
Barkov,
Ekblad, Maurice. Like they're all working together as one single unit.
Right.
As opposed to
Ekblad.
the McDavid train.
Yeah.
But we saw it, especially in Game 5 last year, when like him and Leon get this look when they get pissed off. It's like the scariest thing in the world when these two guys are mad and they're going to turn it on. And it doesn't matter how bad Skinner is the next game. We're going to take it all the way. And to think, imagine if they actually had a good goaltender. They'd probably be undefeated at this point in time. I don't think they lose 2 games to the Kings. They don't lose the 1 game to Vegas. I don't think they lose the first game to Dallas. Is that not fair to say?
I think it's very fair to say. I think skill can take you very, very, very far. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. My old roommate who won a Calder Cup in the American Hockey League with the Chicago Wolves, he told me about halfway through the season, he goes, we're going to win this year. And I said, why? And he goes, I can't explain it to you. He goes, but there's times where I've been sitting on the bench and the captain will just look down and he'll look at a few guys and go, hey, we're going to win this game. And you just kind of go, yeah, you're right. We're down 3 goals, but we're going to win this game. And it was just, you just had this feeling. You just had this, this belief. And I think McDavid and Draisaitl, and there's a few guys that have that can really dictate the game. Mm-hmm. But you're going up against the Florida Panthers. You're going, as they always say in boxing, you can't tie the champ. You got to beat the champ. And I'm really curious to see if they got it in them. But I think the edge goes to coaching.
What's your prediction? You didn't give a prediction.
In my group chat, I said Panthers in 7. I think it's going to be, it might be
7.
It might be very close to an exact carbon copy of what we saw last year.
Go up 3-0, then come back?
Yeah, but I think it might be Panthers in 6. I think they'll split in Edmonton. I think the Panthers will take both games in Florida. And yeah, I think they'll end up winning it at home in Florida.
I still love all Oilers fans got mad when we were talking about the wake up, dig in. And I said, that looks so feminine. He's having like a hissy fit in the locker room after game 2. Hopefully we won't see any more of those. But
yeah, no, look, that's not his job. And I think if Connor McDavid has to step up and do that, he's the type of guy that fires guys up by leading by example. Mm-hmm. That's how he fires guys up, not by pulling a Mike Babcock. And
let me see your phone.
Yeah, well, no, but Mike Babcock as far as like everyone lock in right now. You know, like he's not that guy, and I don't think Knobloch is either.
Hey, Dry, let me see your phone. Let me put your photo album on the airplane on the TV. Let's let all the boys see what you got on there. I get where he was going with that. I totally understand it. Execution fell low.
Hey, if you enjoyed what you just saw, we do new clips every single day, twice a day on the Clips channel. You see clips right here. And beside Dave's crotch, we have a full-length show every single Sunday, right by my hand.
Click right here.